It's that time of year again when PDC Q School kicks off, an opportunity to win your tour card and get your place on the professional tour. Over 700 players will be taking part this year, looking for limited positions on the Pro Tour. A life-changing opportunity and a chance to live your dreams for 2 years if you pick up the PDC tour card. And I'm going to first of all give you the information you need if you're first time watching darts, if you're new to darts, and I'm going to be talking you through this the whole time as well. There's going to be videos every single day talking you through all the day and who are the players to watch and keep an eye on from the stories that we see. There's going to be live streams as well, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you my predictions before a dart is thrown for 10 people to keep an eye on. But first of all, let's have a look at what Q School is. Q School is a two-stage event. There's going to be a UK and an EU Q School, so two separate events. It's split down into two stages. Stage 1 you'll see here is in red, and to enter that you can enter it by a couple of ways. You can be on the top 8 of the women's series, the top 8 on the PDC Nordic Baltic series, or you can just pay your way in. £475 entry fee and you're into PDC Q School. From there, you can qualify to Stage 2. Stage 2 is where the cards are given out. A 4-day event following on from the 3-day Stage 1, where the winners of a day on Stage 1 will advance. The players high up in the order of merit from Stage 1 will advance to the last 1-8 stage. Players who lost their tour card last year will get a direct pass to Stage 2, and the top 16 players on both the Development Tour and the Challenge Tour being the PDC's secondary order of merit, and the Development Tour being the youth system. From here, those players will battle it out over 128 players over 4 days, where the top players will get their tour card. You win a day, you get a tour card, and if you finish in the top places on the order of merit, you will also get a tour card. Now, I will be talking about what points are needed, where it stands, updating you on everything you need to know throughout the event. So, if you are a little bit confused, I'm your guy. I'll sort you out. Now, this is how good you need to be to go to Q School. Now, it is often talked about, you know, what's the level? Oh, you need to be averaging 100, you need to be averaging this. It's all nonsense. You need to be going out in 6 visits. The reason being, a 16 darter, 93.93 average. 18 darter, 83.50 average. It means you get to the board 6 times. Anything better than that, you're going to be too good for Q School and you're going to get through it at a bit of a breeze. Let's just take a look at last year as a bit of a backup of this example. So here is last year's tour leaderboard. You'll see the 3 dart average here. Only 2 people getting over that 6 visit block. That is Dom Taylor with a 94 and Steve Lennon with a 95. Everybody else under 93.93, which is 6 visits. So only 2 people excel beyond that. So anyone who tells you you need more than 6 visits to the board is mathematically, statistically wrong. These players are here, you'll see them all in the yellow. These are the players that gain tour cards, and you'll see that actually people in the low 80s managed to get through. Mid 80s was enough, and certainly for Toretta, he was actually able to get through with an average under 83.50, which means he needed 6 visits and a bit more. Now, obviously, the draw does play into factor. You'll see here a couple of people missing out despite throwing 91 plus averages. Connor Scott, Darryl Pilgrim, Wesley Plazier. Some names you may find familiar here. Shane McGurk as well, the recent winner of the WDF World Championship. But just scroll down and you'll see that block of 83.50 and 93.93, 6 visits to the board, holds strong for pretty much all the important places, down to 100, down beyond that, 128, which is your tour card positions in regards to the main tour. They're still within that under 84 average, and it's only when you get down as far as the 151, which is joint, Kevin Burness and Devon Peterson do actually hit that 83.50, and it's actually Coleman, the first person who breaks that, needing 6 point something darts and needing that extra visit to the board to complete at 153rd in the rankings. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for players who can go out in 6 visits consistently, because that's the key here. Yes, you need to be able to burst. You're going to come into sort of head-to-head clashes at times where you're going to need to throw 100 averages, but consistently 6 visits. And here are my 10 players to watch at this year's Q School. Some of them you'll recognise, and some of them are a bit of a dark horse pick. You may hear about them here for the first time, but keep an eye out for these. We're going to start off with someone who's had a lot of success here on the Modus Super Series. He's won the Modus Super Series in lots of weeks down there as well. A very dangerous player, Andreas Harrison. He'll be in the European version alongside Anton Oss Ostland, maybe a bit of left field for some people. I was commentating on him over in Basel for the PDC European Tour, where he beat Dirk van Dijvenbode, he's beat Wessel Nijman this year as well, and that's a high-performing Wessel Nijman. Anton Ostland, one to keep an eye on. Christian Kist missed out on a PDC Pro card the last couple of years. He's also made it through to Ali Pali, has had a lot of success on the Challenge Tour for the last couple of years. Maybe Christian Kist is going to get himself back onto the tour now the injury has subsided. Darius Labanauskas won a series at the Moda Super Series. He's won weeks down there. Recently played in the World Championship. Dangerous and ultimately consistent. He's going to be taking part in the European Q School, and I think he's going to be getting through, despite the fact it pains me after he's beat me at the World Championship on a couple of occasions. Darrell Pilgrim, surely the time is now. He's knocked on the door for so long. He's such a high performer. I've watched this guy throw 118 and 120 average down at the Moda Super Series. He's just not took that next step and got through to the tour. I think he's one of them players that when he does, he's going to do very, very well. I think Pilgrim gets his card. Jimmy Van Schie, someone who really burst through last year, is the favourite to win Lakeside, but did go out in that event. He won a lot of WF titles last year. He's had some Pro Tour experience in 2024, being a call-up from the Challenge Tour, and has done so with success. Jimmy Van Schie, I think, gets his card from the European Q School. Mervyn King, great opportunity for Mervyn King here to bounce straight back onto the tour. He's got options available to him with the Seniors Tour and the Super Series should he not get through, but I think Mervyn King retains far too much quality to not be able to get through this 128 field. Same situation for Simon Whitlock, who drops off the tour for the very first time, a two-time World Championship finalist. I think he is poised in a good position to bounce straight back onto the tour. Shane McGurk didn't just play well at Lakeside, he was heads and shoulders above the field, but not only that, has been playing very well over the last 12 months. He's played steady development and then recently took a bit of a burst. Timing's well for him. He's going full of confidence. He's got no pressures now with that 50k in the back pocket. I think Shane McGurk's going to get his card. And one to keep an eye on here, Carl Wilson, a player who's been developing over the last couple of years. Very darts mad, darts passion. Been averaging around about the 100 average in local tournaments. He played very well in the Moda Super Series and he is primed and ready for this event. He could be one that many people have heard of but could cause a big stir at Q School. They're 10 players to keep an eye on. Let me know in the comment section who you think is worth keeping an eye on over Q School, and I will talk you through absolutely everything. What happens to the players who don't get through? What happens to the players that do? What's it like for the players that do? I will let you know everything right here on Edgar TV. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button. I'll do the rest. Catch you soon.